Hello, online learners. This is the online learning broadcast number 2. As you can see, we have a new logo in the corner.
Designed by me. I'm new here. I'm Luca, and as you can see here, I hate global warming.
Um, I'm Lillian Williams. I like to read a lot of books, and what I'm currently reading is 500 words or less.
I'm Riley Williams. I'm very good at video games, and I'm Lily's brother. Funny, and I can do Simpsons impressions, like Mr. Burns or Duffman. Oh yeah!
Unfortunately, Natalie didn't join us today. Here's the calendar of what we will be going through today. As you can see, there's some new stuff in there. So, new things to look forward to. All right. First of all, good morning. Did you know that apples are more efficient in keeping you awake in the morning than coffee? So be healthy, and it'll keep you awake. Upcoming school dates. There really hasn't been any new upcoming school dates except PJ Day, which we talked about in the last broadcast. Winter break is less than 3 weeks away, so that's something to look forward to. And new clubs have been added for your certain school, so make sure to go check them out. There's some new ones and that seem really interesting. Now, our joke of the day. Did you hear about the mathematician who's afraid of negative numbers?
No,
He'll stop at nothing to avoid them.
that's so funny.
Okay. All right, on to world news with Luca.
So there's a lot of world news, but I'm gonna shorten it a bit for you. So there's a war in this region in Ethiopia, and it's finished. At least the Ethiopian government says it's finished, but they're still fighting. And So it started because the Ethiopian government and another political party had a little dispute about some elections, and then there are protests that show no sign of stopping. Thailand, Belarus, Hong Kong, and Peru are the where the protests are. And according to the Montenegrin government, the first democratic Montenegrin government has been established recently. Also, Russia and the UK have started with their COVID-19 vaccines. They've started vaccinating people, and also the former French president Valéry Giscard d'Estaing has died. Back to you, Lillian.
Upcoming is Hanukkah and Christmas. So Hanukkah officially started today. So that's something to look forward to.
And there's 15 days until Christmas, so look forward to getting those Christmas presents under the tree and opening them.
All right, our Earth tip for the week. Try saving energy by turning off lights when you're not using them. You probably heard this a lot, but it's very important for the environment.
And to sports, I'm Riley Williams, and I'm going to be your sports broadcaster. Now, in the NFL, the Washingtons beat the Dallas Cowboys 41-16 in an impressive game, and the Texans beat the Lions 41-25. And as you can see, two teams scored 41. And in soccer, Leicester City lost to Fulham 0-2. And yes, that's all I have right now. Tonight, the Patriots versus some other team that I forgot their name. And now, the week that I'm going to be doing right now, because the person was not here, this week's animal of the week is horses. Did you know that only thing that humans can do that horses can't is throw up? Pretty cool, huh? There are many types of horses. Coats such as bay, brown with a black mane and tail, gray, white or gray with a little daples, buckskins, tan with black mane and tail, and chestnut, reddish orange with the same color mane and tail. Those are just a few horses' personalities can differ due to their breed and coat color. For instance, if you had a chestnut horse, it would probably have some attitude and probably a little hot-headed. Horses can also sleep either standing up or laying down. Horses can run shortly after birth too. That's amazing. It takes us about around a year to learn how to walk.
Thank you, Riley. On to Luca with what happened on this day.
In 1041, a new emperor. Have you ever heard of the Byzantine Empire? Because if you have, you might not. You probably won't know every single emperor and empress. But in 1041, this was the day that Zoe became the empress of Byzantium, or the Byzantine Empire. In 1768, the first edition of the Encyclopedia Britannica was published. In 1799, France adopted the metric system of measurements. That's the one that we don't use. In 1817, Mississippi became a U.S. state, and in 1861, Kentucky became a Confederate state. In 1891, the Spanish-American War ended, and in 1901, the first Nobel Prize ceremony was held. In 1906, Theodore Roosevelt became the first American to win a Nobel Prize in Peace for mediating the Russo-Japanese War. In 1909, Selma Lagerlof became the first woman to win a Nobel Literature Prize for all of her writings, none of them in particular. In 1932, Thailand became a constitutional monarchy, which meant that it wasn't just the king or queen who had all that. In 1963, Zanzibar, which is no longer an independent nation, became an independent nation. Because in 1966, it united with Tanganyika to form Tanzania. In 1983, democracy was restored in Argentina with the inauguration of President Raul Alfonso. In 1989, democracy was restored in Mongolia with the Mongolian Revolution. In 1996, a new constitution was implemented in South Africa, also a more democratic one. In 1999, Helen Clark was inaugurated as the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Also, in 2020, this broadcast is being shown.
Wow, good one, Luca.
That's it for what happened on this day.
COVID news right there.
All right, now for the COVID-19 news. And there's a lot, so I won't be going into any detail. Tighten lockdowns across Denmark, Bavaria, Cyprus, and Lithuania. Italy's interior minister tests positive. Canada's prime minister announces that the country will receive 240,000 doses of a COVID vaccine by the end of this year. And Iowa's governor announces that the state will receive 172,000 doses of COVID vaccine by the end of the year. Victoria and Australia relaxes COVID restrictions. Former New York City Mayor Rudy Giuliani tests positive. Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf tests positive. And Moldovan Prime Minister Ion Chichu tests positive. The USA surpasses 15 million cases. Poland and Florida surpass 1 million cases. Canada surpasses 400,000 cases. And New Mexico surpasses 100,000 cases. Michigan surpasses 40,000 cases. Italy and the UK surpass 60,000 deaths. And Iran surpasses 50,000 deaths in a million cases. Michigan also surpasses 10,000 deaths. Sweden imposed new COVID restrictions. Indonesia has shipped 1.2 million doses of Chinese COVID vaccine. Stay-at-home order is issued in California. The UK, Russia, the UAE, and Morocco either begin vaccination or its plans. Back to you, Lily, for whatever's next.
All right, on to the calendar. Going to 2/7 to 18. So this is what it will look like if you didn't know. It's going to be A, B, A, A, B, A, B, A, A, B. So remember, A, B, A, A, B.
Just sing it in a tune.
Yep.
A, B, A, B, A, B, A, B.
All right, so that's the end of the broadcast, and thank you for listening. And this broadcast was helped with by SlidesGo. SlidesGo, again, is an amazing source, and then it helped with the layout of this broadcast.
If you need help layout, go to SlidesGo.